Let's simplify x squared plus 4x plus 4 all over x squared minus 4. Is it letter A, 1, B, x plus 2 all over x minus 2, C, x minus 2 all over x plus 2, or letter D, 1 over x minus 2? What is your answer? Solution for this question, dapat busisihin mong mabuti kung ang expression sa numerator at ang expression sa denominator ay factorable. So kapag factorable ang mga expressions na ito, then you have to factor them accordingly. So the expression in the numerator, x squared plus 4x plus 4 is a perfect square trinomial. So therefore, maaari natin siyang i-factor. So we could factor this using factoring perfect square trinomial technique. So we're gonna apply the technique in order for us to factor this expression in the numerator of this rational algebraic expression. So the factors of x squared plus 4x plus 4 are x plus 2 times x plus 2. So this is the factored form of the expression in the numerator. So if you're not familiar with factoring algebraic expressions, so you have to watch my videos about factoring. So I already uploaded a video about those concepts related to factoring. So dapat panoorin nyo rin yung mga videos na yon bago nyo panoorin itong simplifying rational algebraic expression na video. So again, this is the factored form of the expression in the numerator, ito. And then, how about the denominator? So x squared minus 4. So is this factorable? Yes. And we could factor this using factoring the difference of squares, di ba? Ang expression na ito ay isa sa mga expressions na napapabilang sa algebraic expression following the difference of squares. So the factors of x squared minus 4 are x plus 2 times x minus 2. So ito yung factored form of the denominator. And then you have to look at the expressions in the numerator and in the denominator. So tingnan mo maigi, di ba? Mayroong x plus 2 sa numerator and then, mayroon ding x plus 2 sa denominator. So, ano ang gagawin natin pag mayroong ganyan? Mayroong kaparehang expressions na nasa numerator at denominator. So, ang gagawin lang natin, ika-cancel lang natin siya. So, let's cancel x plus 2 in the numerator at ang x plus 2 in the denominator kasi parehos sila. So, x plus 2 is present in both the numerator and the denominator. So, ika-cancel natin pagkatapos, ano na lang ang matitira? Matitira na lang ay ang x plus 2 sa numerator at x minus 2 sa denominator. And this is our answer for this particular question. So, eto na yung sagot natin, x plus 2 all over x minus 2. So, ganyan lang kadali as to how you simplify rational algebraic expression. So, the correct answer for our question of the day is letter B, x plus 2 all over x minus 2, alright? Now, let's have one more example for you to understand this concept better. So, let's simplify 10x squared plus 15x all over 2x plus 3. So, ito na naman yung rational algebraic expression na isi-simplify natin. So, let's copy this first. And then, you have to look at the numerator. So, tingnan mo itong maigi ang algebraic expression na nasa numerator. So, mapa-factor pa ba ito? Is this factorable? Yes, and we could use the factoring by common monomial factor technique upang ma-factor natin ito. So, what are the factors of 10x squared plus 15x? They are 5x times 2x plus 3. So, these are the factors of the expression in the numerator. So, this is the factored form of the expression in the numerator. And then, how about 2x plus 3? So, factorable pa ba ang 2x plus 3? Hindi na. So, ang gagawin mo na lang dito ay i-copy mo na lang ito. So, just copy the denominator. So, we just have to copy that kasi hindi na siya factorable. So, i-copy lang natin ang denominator. And then, tingnan mo, ang 2x plus 3 sa numerator ay parehos din or may kaparehas siyang expression sa denominator. So, 2x plus 3. So, ano ang gagawin natin ulit? Ang gagawin natin ay i-cancel lang natin silang dalawa. So, therefore, ang matitira na lang ay ang 5x. And this is now the answer for this particular example. So, ganyan lang talaga kadali. You just have to learn how to factor the numerator, the expression in the numerator, as well as the expression in the denominator in order for you to simplify rational algebraic expressions. Now, what about this one? Let's simplify x cubed plus 27 all over x squared plus 6x plus 9. So let's copy this one first. And then, look at the numerator. Is this factorable? Yes, it is. So, ang maaari natin gamiting technique ay ang factoring the sum of cubes. Kasi, ang expression na ito ay kabilang sa mga patterns na napapabilang sa sum of cubes. So, this is a perfect cube and this is also a perfect cube. So therefore, ito yung gagamitin natin na technique. So what are the factors of x cubed plus 27? So they are x plus 3 times x squared minus 3x plus 9. So ito yung tamang factors ng x cubed plus 27. So I already uploaded a video about how to factor the sum of cubes. So panoorin nyo rin yun para mas madaling maunawaan ang video na ito. And this one, so we could factor this one using the factoring perfect square trinomial technique. So we could use this technique in order for us to factor this rational algebraic expression. Right? And then, so what are the factors of x squared plus 6x plus 9? So they are x plus 3 times x plus 3. So these are the factored form of the expression, the algebraic expression in the denominator. And then, look at here. So diba, x plus 3 ay present sa numerator as well as in the denominator, diba? So, ika-cancel lang natin sila. So, let's cancel x plus 3 in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So, ang matitira na lang ay ang x squared minus 3x plus 9 all over x plus 3. So, x squared minus 3x plus 9, factorable pa ba ito? Hindi na. As well as this algebraic expression in the denominator. So therefore, dahil hindi na factorable itong algebraic expression sa numerator as well as sa denominator, so this is now our final answer. So ito na ang magiging final answer natin. Alright? Now what about this one? Let's simplify x cubed minus 8 all over x to the power of 6 minus 64. So let's copy this first. And you have to look at here. So ang halimbawa na ito ay medyo kakaiba sa mga previous examples natin kasi look at here, although the numerator is factorable, diba? This is the difference of cube as well as this. So this is also following the difference of cube pattern. However, ang gagawin lang natin ay ikakopy lang muna natin itong algebraic expression na nasa numerator. So let's just copy that first. And let's factor this one. So, if-factor muna natin ang algebraic expression na nasa denominator. So, let's factor x to the power of 6 minus 64 using the factoring the difference of cubes technique. Since this kind of expression is following the difference of cubes pattern. So, what are the factors of x to the power of 6 minus 64? So, they are x cubed plus 8 times x cubed minus 8. And then, so these are now the factored form of the denominator, the expression in the denominator, this one. And then, try to observe, x cubed minus 8 is present in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So, we could cancel them directly. So, that's why, even though x cubed minus 8 is factorable, so we suspend factoring this algebraic expression in the numerator kasi kapag ifa-factor natin itong algebraic expression sa denominator, so we could form an algebraic expression na kagaya sa expression sa numerator. Kaya, hindi natin muna siya i-factor. So, yeah, mayroong mga instances na ganyan wherein you have to suspend your factoring or you have to suspend the factoring although the algebraic expressions in the numerator or in the denominator are factorable. So, it's a personal technique that you really have to be aware of, especially when simplifying rational algebraic expressions. Anyway, mamamaster mo rin ang ganyang technique as you practice simplifying such mathematics problems. So, we're gonna cancel the expressions in the numerator as well as in the denominator kasi they are the same. So, ang matitira na lang, it's gonna be, kasi mawawala na ito, diba? So, ang ilalagay mo dyan, hindi 0 but 1. 1 ang ilalagay mo dyan kung wala siyang kasamang ibang expression. Pero kapag may kasama siyang ibang expression, then yung kasama niya ang ilalagay mo dito. Pero kapag wala, then you have to write 1. And then just copy x cubed plus 8. You don't need to factor this one because the instruction is just to simplify the given rational algebraic expression, not to factor them. However, we have to use the factoring techniques so that we could simplify the rational algebraic expressions into its lowest form. Alright? So this is now our answer for this particular example. So let's factor x to the power 4 plus x squared minus 20 all over x squared minus 4x plus 4. So we have here the solution. Let's copy this. So x to the power 4 plus x squared minus 20 all over x squared minus 4x plus 4. You look at the numerator. The expression in the numerator can be factored using factoring general trinomial technique. So what are the factors of x to the power 4 plus x squared minus 20? So they are x squared plus 5 times x squared minus 4. So these are the factored forms of, or the factored form of the numerator. And bakit partial ang nilagay ko dito? So malalaman natin yan as we go through with our solution. And then, how about the denominator? So is this factorable? Yes. So maaari pa natin siyang i-factor using the factoring perfect square trinomial technique. So the factored forms of the algebraic expression in the denominator are x minus 2 times x minus 2. Algebraic expression na ito, ang isa sa mga factors ng numerator, ito, x squared minus 4, is still factorable. So we could still factor x squared minus 4. So what are the factors of x squared minus 4? They are x plus 2 times x minus 2. So these factors are the factors of x squared minus 4, since this is still factorable. So we have to factor this one completely. And then, as what you can see, you look at the expressions in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So, diba? Magkapareho sila. So, ika-cancel natin sila. So, let's cancel them both. Pagkatapos, meron pa bang maaring i-factor dito? Ito, hindi na siya factorable. Ito, hindi na rin. Ito, hindi na rin. So, hindi natin sila pwedeng i-cancel kasi they have different signs. So, this is positive or plus and this is negative or this is minus. So, hindi natin siya pwedeng i-cancel. So, therefore, ang natitira na lang ay x squared plus 5 times x plus 2 all over x minus 2. So, eto. We simply copy this one, the remaining expression. And since hindi na siya factorable, so wala lang factorable sa numerator as well as in the denominator, so this will serve as our final answer. Alright? So, that's just basically how you simplify rational algebraic expressions. Now, this time, I want you to try this one. Try this by your own. Simplify x squared minus 2x plus 1 all over x squared plus 2x minus 3. And then you may comment your answer in the comment section below. That's all for now. Thank you. More power and let's keep learning.